What's up, YouTube? It is Epic Games TV, and we are back at it again for another episode of our Conquest Survival Plus. How's everybody doing today? I hope you're having a super fantastic day. We have been making a lot of cobblestone. Yep, a ton of it. Let's show you. What are we sitting at now? 8,660, well, we'll say 70 cobblestone. That is a ton. So I put an upgrade in here. So we have a stack upgrade. So each one of these is a stack of 8, which is pretty cool. It's a ton of cobblestone. And I also upgraded the chest because I think we're going to need a lot of cobblestone. Now, this is cooked off a little bit. We could probably put a couple of things in here. But I think what I'm going to do, well, we're going to eat some bread because we are apparently very hungry. What I want to do is kind of work on this little idea I have right here. And I think a good way to start this idea is I'm just going to dump out this stuff here for now. And since we have a bunch of create inside of here, let's put this create stuff. And it's like casing is create, that's create. Okay, so there we go. We emptied a little bit of our mess. Now, I was talking about making a windmill. And I want to have like a circular base, but I also kind of want to have it maybe like 3 tiers. So the bottom level will be circular. And then okay, well, here you go. So the very top portion, I want to do the 5x5, right? 5 across here. That would be the top portion. And then the next level down, I want it to stick out just a little bit further. So I went with a 7x7. And then I want the base of the very bottom to be even bigger. So it looks kind of like a tiered birthday cake. But the only part that's going to be round is the bottom level. I like how I used a birthday cake. I wonder why I used birthday cake. Well, I've got birthday cake on the mind because my birthday is coming up. Let's just take out a whole bunch of these and let's cook some off anyways. Let's put that over there. Let's cook some of this off. Cook off 6 stacks. But yeah, my birthday is coming up and I do have an idea for a really cool video, which is going to involve this lovely building over here and a few other little surprises, but we're going to keep that a surprise. We are only going to work on this building today. Now, I've been looking at this wand, and one of the things I noticed on this wand was it had an option right here for a circle. So I'm like, okay, it can make a circle. So let's try it. Now, if it's like anything like the copy and paste, I need to basically click my center point, which is going to be right here, and bring it out to how far I want the circle to go. Now, I think we're going to just go here for now. I think that might be wide enough for the main floor of our building. And this is kind of cheaty because this does a really good circle. Like, look at that. Can't complain, right? Man, these wands are actually, the more I use them, the better I'm liking them. So there is my circle. Now we want to go 5 high. So let's go back to changing the wand. We'll clear it, go back into the wand. And I learned my lesson last time. It's area that we want. And we're going to jump up at least 5 blocks. So we're at 1 already. 2, 3, 4, 5. So this is, I think, where we're going to sit with the basic building I think that's going to be a good height. Let's go back into free cam and let's just go see. That should be pretty decent. Now, I want to switch to wood for the next part, but I'm going to need a little bit of a roof, and we're going to need to poke a hole in here. And I got to think about how tall we really want to make this. So I think what we'll do next is we'll get out of free cam. Let's think about how tall we want to make this. If that is going to be my entrance, a hole through there, and we're going to have a grinder down here. We know that 3, 4, 5. This is the same level as that wall. Now this next section over here, how tall are we going to want it? Well, at least 5 tall, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then we're going to want at least 5 tall for the third piece. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, so that's roughly how tall we want to make it. It seems kind of short. What do you think? I think it's kind of short. Maybe we need to make these 7 tall, which would mean I need to add 4 more blocks. Let's add 4 more blocks. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then let's take a look with free cam again. That's a little bit better. So this will be basically where the windmill blade will come out. Now I got to figure out what kind of direction. Maybe we'll have the windmill blade come out this way, right? So that would be our guideline. Now you're going to wonder, how am I going to get down? There's no water to fall in. There's no nothing. Well, that's okay. We're just going to do /home. And some rare mob has spawned somewhere around us. But yeah, so let's do /home. Now we're back at home. It's nice and close. I think that's going to be okay for a height. We're not really going to know until we build it. So why don't we kind of work on a roof? Now, I don't think the cobblestone steps. I think we'll go this way. I'm not sure how many I'm going to need, to be honest, to fill that in. But we're only going to fill it in to this section here. Or actually, no, we're only going to fill it into that section. So up here. I think I'm going to have to go up here because I'm not sure how far we're going to fill it in. So let me just go build this little square here so I can get a little guideline of how we're going to do this. And that would be there. The other reason for doing this is just to see how much space this lower building is going to take. And I got to figure out what we're going to do. We'll probably make it out of wood. Let's just finish this little square off here. Because I want to be able to come outside and kind of walk around this level. So if I had a little wall around here, we could walk around this pretty easily, right? So let's fill this in. Just give me a little time to fill this in a little faster. getting actually slower at this now. Oh, we'll have to break that one. And then we'll go across here, and across there. I've come to the realization that I am not very fast at doing this, but that's okay. I don't have enough to do it all anyways. We'll have to go make some more. But it gives us the idea. So we're going to need some oak. Do we have any oak wood on us? We do. So I think 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I think we can leave that actually taller. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now, I'm not sure what we're going to do with this section. I think that's 5. I wasn't paying attention. So we'll build up a little base, and then we're going to need to do a little roof. And we're basically just going to make a frame. And we're going to see how this looks like with a frame without the without a peaked roof yet. So let's see. We're going to need a floor. So let's convert this all into planks. And then we'll go over here. Actually, I didn't really need that many planks. We'll scroll down here. We'll do the same thing for the floor. We want these. Or actually, maybe we'll take those. We get 8 out of these. Oh. Okay, well, there you go. That recipe is not working. So not all the recipes are working. That's too bad. So we got some more work to go do on the oak planks. Okay. What about the steps? Oh, that's got like a platform on it, right? Oh, I see. Okay, that's not what we need. What other options do we have here? We have some lintels. We don't need lintels. Is that like a straight line? I need to look at that for a sec. Is that a straight line that we could just put across? Oh, okay. Well, that's not what I wanted. Can we change that? Can't change that. But what we could do is do that. So if I aimed at the roof, it would bring it across. Oh, that's kind of cool. I didn't want it like that again. There we go. So yeah, that could be like extra support, right? Okay, we'll have to remember that. That might be worth using in a few different ways. Like even in our castle. Okay, so I'm going to leave this stuff in here. We're going to add just some support up here. Not like we need it, but I'm going to just leave it there for now. What I want to do though is I want to take this out and I want to make some ladders. And we're going to make some oak slabs because the other option isn't working. So there's our slabs. And then I don't have a lot of sticks on me. We're going to need some ladders to get up. That's probably plenty of ladders. We'll make more though. How many more can we make? Okay, that's definitely enough ladders. And then let's go back up top. And let's figure out, actually, while we're here, sorry guys, while we're here, let's make some more of those slabs. Okay, got more of those slabs. And then let's get this up and running. Okay. And then here, we're going to need these. Probably going to need a lot more. But we'll get this all up and running. Yeah, I did not do my math very well, did I? Okay. And then we will bring these in. Just to finish this off. Around this corner. Then we'll go along here because this is faster doing this. And then let's see if I can do that. Nope, I missed that one. This is easier because I don't have to really aim so much, but on this one here, I have to aim. Okay, actually that's all done, eh? Okay, that works. So there's that section, and then we're gonna build, I don't want to run downstairs, so let's just build one of these up here. And we'll put it over here, inside the wall. We need some more slabs. Okay, well, hopefully this is enough now. Okay, that's that level. Now we're gonna do another level. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I guess right about there. But this one is not coming out as far. It's only going to be 2 blocks around. And we have to think about how we're going to do this because the center shaft is actually going to disappear. This whole thing with the ladder, it's not going to be there anymore. We're going to have the power. Well, we don't necessarily. We can actually have the power come down a little bit differently. But that will end there. And then we're going to start the top section up here. So I think from this point up, we're going to switch to that style of wood. I think that's gonna do whoops. That's gonna do a lot better. Okay, so I want to turn around and make this all into planks. Okay, so let's take this. We're gonna try it out of this kind of wood. And a lot of this is going to be trial and error just to see if we can get the height right. And we'll knock out some of these bricks later. Actually, we should do the front side. Speed this up here. Okay, and we know that we're going to have a door. Let's take that out. We definitely don't have enough bricks. I want to take a look how we're looking so far. It's looking kind of weird in a way, but we'll see. Maybe we can still pull it off. So there is actually a texture difference between those. Interesting. We need that to get down. We really want to go high pitched. I think a really high peak. Well, that's not what I wanted, but that's okay. So I think we would want to come across here. I've got enough of these that we can do at least this one front side. We'll let that fall. Better that than us, because we would probably die from this height. Okay, so we would really want this to peak up. So can we peak it up? That is the question. How would I make this go peak right up? Would we do it something like that? Possibly. And then here we would go up. And then there we could just go, well, something, not that, but what we want is, how could I get that to display properly? I kind of want like this kind of a block. Okay, well, let's just go look at this one corner anyways, because that's what we were looking at. So let's go over here. Let's back up a little bit. And what if we brought 3 in there? Although that won't work. Let's take that one out. If we go 3 in there and switched out for this one. Oh yeah, that might work. I think right here, we're going to basically lock ourselves out here, but that's okay. And then we want to make this pitch even higher. So we could go, basically on the four corners. And we could just do this. Okay, and then on this top piece, this would be a slab or something. I don't think that's gonna really work. Okay, let's get back down. I almost feel like we might want to take these corners out. And maybe 1, 2, 3. We can fill that roof in. Just take a peek at what this looks like from down below. Just take these out. 1, 2, 3. We'll do this one. I need this over here. One, 2, 3. And then what do we do over here? That's right. Okay, let's take a quick little view. Okay, that little section that we did is not bad. I kind of want to do the same maybe with these corners. Yeah, I'm not sure. Okay. Let's drop down here. Let's just go around. Okay, and then on this side we need 1, 2, 3. Three there, 3 there. 3 there, 3 there. Okay, and then we were going to redo these corners. Okay, that one's done. Now we could try to do that corner, but I'm not sure how that's going to work. Let's take a little peek here. I think up here, all we need to really do is go up with a straight block. Is that high enough? It's kind of a weird looking roof. Let's see what that looks like. Yeah, I think it's too much. I think what's throwing me off is all this wood here. I think I want to take all that wood out. Okay, so let's get back down. We have determined that we are not completely happy with the wood choice that we're going to use. So I'm not going to continue with that. Let's put this stuff in here. I think what I'll do is I'm going to stop here for now. And then I'm going to mess around with the structure. And maybe I can find something else. I'm not going to let you guys sit and watch me tear it all down and then rebuild it all. I think the height is good. So we'll leave that up there. But I think I'm going to change the way we did the 3 tiers. And we'll come back and show you what it looks like when I come up with a better design for it. So I'll be right back. Okay, so I am back. So what I end up doing is I just went with like a circle pattern, which is covering basically the almost the 5x5, right? So if we were standing right here in the center, it's actually, oh, maybe it's a 7x7 because it's 7 this way. I meant to do 5x5, but anyway, 7x7 I think is going to work out fine. So that is what we're going to do instead of that really strange looking thing I built earlier. I'm not going to edit out what I built because I think it's funny. But yeah, it looked terrible. Now there's some things that we can do to this. We can still add a little balcony across here. But I also still have some more sails left. I could add a bit more. We could make it another one bigger maybe. I don't know. We don't really need that much power for this building. And how many shafts do I have left? I got 7 here. The other thing is I might actually want to push this. I built a little platform up here. Just pop up here real quick. I built a little platform. I'm thinking maybe I might want to come down this spot right here. So let's take that out. And my wrench, I think is... My wrench is still down there. Okay, well, I guess if I drop it, I drop it. Oh, no, we picked it up. Okay, so we'll go like this. I think bringing it down this direction would be better. Like so. Because we're not really going to do like the 2 big grinding wheels in this one. We're just going to do the small grinder. I don't think I can reach from here. Let me get some extra little blocks. I'm just going to build up here. Do I have any more andesite on me? We do. Okay, we definitely have enough to bring this shaft down. Oh, I guess I gotta go higher. It's kind of slow. We might want to speed it up a little bit. If we're going to speed it up, I guess we're going to want to do it up above here. Now, I got to figure out how high this grinder is currently sitting. It's only 2 off the ground. So we only need it to be 2 off the ground. I do have one of these little guys. So I can go one more here. And then that there. And then the grinder can sit basically right here. but we're going to want to speed this up. This is definitely too slow. I'm not sure if adding more sails will speed it up. Okay, I keep hearing this guy back here. Where are you? You are bringing apple tree saplings, which actually aren't a bad thing. I kind of like apple tree saplings, and I don't really need those slabs. Actually, I don't even think I need the apple tree sapling. But let's go. I got 2 emeralds here. Because there's like nothing else to spend emeralds on. Just the occasional guy that comes to visit us. So we might as well get at least 1 apple tree sapling. Or we'll get 2. We'll be nice. We'll get 2. 5. 5 each. Oh, highway robbery. Okay. Let's go plant your saplings over here. Maybe right here and right there. Okay. There you go. We got your apple saplings. Okay, I think I'll do the roof later. I'm gonna have to figure out what kind of roof style we want to go with. But yeah, I think we're gonna just stick like that. I'll do the rest of the moving of the grinder. I'm gonna need to do some tweaking up on that floor to get it spinning faster. We can take out. Do I have space? I do. You can take some of this stuff out. Yeah, that can stay there for now. Okay, so the idea is that, so we would want it right there. So we'll take this one. We'll put it right there, right? And then we're going to take hopper. Go right there. And then we're going to put the grinder. Whoops. Try that again. Grinder on top of it. So now the grinder is working. And we're going to have that. And we can just put this regular chest up here. Should be fine. Now, I guess we would want some sort of platform. We have some oak on us. We still have some oak on us. We can get some stairs. Where are some stairs? We have these. We have these ones here. Maybe 4 is all we need. Why are you on the inside? Okay, so if that's the chest, these guys are getting in the way. Okay. I'm so sorry, guys. I'm sorry, guys. You're in my way. Okay. Um, Back to what we were doing. So that brings us up to here. So I think we actually want to come one closer to there. Okay, let's do it that way. Here and here. Okay, so that would be good. So that's going to be where we access. Oh, something fell in there. That's probably going to take forever to do it, though. And then we have those platform blocks. Let's see here. Like this. Oak post. Now, I'm wondering. That's a little too many. Let's do 6. And let's do the posts, just in case. What I'm wondering is, will the platforms actually convert? No, they don't. Okay, so I was right. We're going to need the post. The post. And then this should just be a platform block. There we go. And then we could just, well, it'd be better if I didn't have that. I guess we could just go like that, right? We'll probably want to get rid of this. But if we can get a couple of other little pieces of wood that are like this one. The only thing is, getting up, we might want to put it on this side now and move the ladder. Then you can go like this, drop whatever you need, go down here and collect the gravel that we just made. Okay, well, it's working. We'll speed it up. I'll do a roof. We'll see if we can make this look a little bit more interesting on the outside. Maybe we can thicken it up and slant it a little bit more. But yeah, I think I'm going to end this episode here. It's going to be really short. I've got a lot of work to do for the birthday episode. So we're going to end this one like this. But at least we got something up and running, and it's working and it's finished. Like I said, to speed it up, all we're going to do is add a couple of cogs to it to increase the speed. And we should have some space. Just double check that. Do I have some space to add some cogs up there? Oh yeah, we got lots of space. 1, 2, 3, 4. So we could do I actually have I know I don't have any cogs on me. Let me see here. Actually, would want to make all 4. And then I'd want 2 more. Like so. We're not going to have the space. Zinc, zinc, perfect. Now we have the space. 2 like that, 2 like that. We got 2 big ones, 2 little ones. And let's take this out. So if I went big to little, and then big, I don't have, we're doing all this stuff up here. It's kind of funny. We'll do that. And then we'll make it into a casing. And then we'll take that because I need the casing. Because we're going to go put the casing on there so we can add the small one back. And now it speeds it up. And then we can just add this, and we sped it up. There you go. Just a quick little speed change for it. It's definitely going to grind things a lot faster. We can even test it with a piece of cobble. Or a couple pieces of cobble. Okay, let's see how fast it speeds it up. Still kind of slow, but it's definitely going faster. Okay, so it's kind of working. We could come over here, grab a little wheat. There we go. Grab a little wheat. Run over here. We're not going to run up that way. We're just going to drop it up there. But I believe it should make flour. There you go, wheat flour. Then the wheat flour we can make some beef stew, some fried calamari, some fried chicken. Look at all these things we can do with the wheat flour. Ooh, look at that. Whatever cake that is, that sounds yummy. And look at how well it heals you. Noodles. Some of the stuff I have no idea what it is. But yeah, anyways, it's all up and running. And it's working fast enough. Doesn't have to be super fast. So I'll have to figure out the roof. You'll have to see this in the next episode. We'll get it all up and running for you guys, though. And it should be cool. At least I hope it's going to be cool. Give me this one thing here. Because this is really bothering me. This big hole up here. I need to add that. Okay. Anyways, there we go. Our funky looking little windmill. At least we got one up. I will do better next time. Okay, thank you guys so much for watching. Let me give you guys your ultra secret backflip. There you go. And yeah, little wave goodbye. Thank you guys so much for watching. I'm Epic Games TV, and we're out of here with our funny windmill up there. Okay, thanks for watching, guys. Take care.